Welcome to Ecstatic Yoga 30-day self-love challenge. I am Grace with Ecstatic Yoga. Ecstaticyoga.studio is our website to find out about our teacher trainings and retreats and our challenges. And we are on day 14 now. Yes, I'm doing a couple days in a row here because I'm heading out of town to Costa Rica for my 2-month humanitarian project I've been doing for our nonprofit I founded, helping orphanages, schools, and villages. So you might see me in Costa Rica the next video in about 2 days, hoping to get a couple more in. But our focus today is really putting ourselves first. And, there's lots of different kinds of people. Some people are always putting other people first, and they're a doormat, and they're always selling out on themselves to please others. And I have fallen in that category as kind of a codependent person, a lot of times selling out on my truth. It's not empowering at all. And I have been working really hard the last few years to really be aligned with my own truth and honoring that, even if that disappoints somebody, which is hard for people who are have a lot of compassion and maybe codependent, a little codependent like me, where I grew up where I had to take care of my mother. She was very sick. So that kind of rolls over. That creates a little codependency where you're always looking to make sure everybody else is okay. And you kind of forget about yourself, because as a child, you were taking care of your family, your younger siblings maybe, or not every older child takes care of their younger siblings, but in a sense where it's overly so, where it's not really natural, where you're become the caretaker and you're really not in a position to. And so you learn to really put other people's needs before you and think that that's the natural way. We don't want you to be narcissist. We want you to be a psychopath. We don't want you to not care about people's feelings and not care about how people feel and say things that may upset people. But we don't want to intentionally try to upset people, but we want to be able to be in that place, kind of in the middle, that middle road where we're not codependent, but we're not narcissistic. We're in this place where we're empowered in ourselves. We're honoring our truths. When we get an invitation or we have offers or we have things, there's all kinds of possibilities out there. And we can take a minute to kind of, what's best for me? What's best for me? Because the most important person in the world to you is you. And we are custodians of ourselves first and foremost. And of course, when you have children, you have to put them first in a lot of ways, but you can also put yourself first in the sense of taking care of yourself, because if you're not healthy and well taken care of, you can't care for your children. If you're sick, then they're going to have to take care of you like I had to take care of my mom. So trying to find that balance and honoring yourself through that journey. But really, like as you go through this day, I'm custodian of me. I am my parent. I'm the mother. I'm the father. What kind of child do I want to raise? How do I want to care for myself in the best and highest and most loving and most nurturing way possible? What can I do that's right for me? And finding that true alignment with your truth, like moment to moment, all those decisions. Is this right for me? Is this pulling me? And being able to say no if it's a yes to you. So it's always going to be a yes to you. It might be a yes out there. Yes, but it's yes here. Or no, because it's not a yes here. And honoring that and being okay and realizing if people are disappointed, that's okay. That's not really your business. You're honoring your truth. And sometimes people are attached. Sometimes people can get manipulative and try to pressure you to do something that you don't want to do, or say something you don't want to say, or go somewhere you don't want to go. And we have to always stay strong in our truth and speak kindly and straight, powerful, and clear our truth without getting into the negative or being critical. So that we're honoring our integrity of being that space of love. for ourselves, and we're extending only love, and we're especially right now really focusing on how do we love ourselves the best. And one is to really put ourselves first and be aligned with our own truth first and foremost, without ever having to be unkind to anybody. We can always speak our truth in a very straight way that is clear, and it can be kind, and we honor ourselves, and to not worry so much about other people's feelings. And if you have somebody that's kind of manipulative or pushy, let's say you say you want to go out to the movies today, and you say no, and they don't honor that, they don't respect that answer and respect you, and they say, oh, please, 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 please come, and you say no, and they say please, and I know a few people that'll, especially if you're younger, hopefully if you're an adult, you don't do that. Um, it will beg and try to manipulate and dominate you in your decisions and try to pull you out of your truth. And when you experience that, the best way is to just be very assertive. I remember my daughter had a friend like that in high school, and it was very troubling for her because friend just could not take no for an answer, couldn't respect her truth. And when, someone asks you a favor and you say no, they get upset. It wasn't an invitation, it was a demand. Someone asks you, to do something or asks you to help them, and you say no, it wasn't an invitation, it was a demand. We honor people's decisions, and if they say no, or if they decline a request, we honor that. We're grown-up people. We honor that. We honor their truth because we want people to honor our truth. So we need to honor other people's truth. If it's something very important to us, we can say it's very important to me. If you want to think about it a little while, and if you change your mind, I would really love for you to join me. But then leave it at that. Let them give them the space. And if they say no, or they don't come to your party or this, honor their truth. Honor that they were where they needed to be, because you want to honor people. Well, you want people to honor you and your truth, so that when you are where you want to be, they can be honoring you in that same way. So we want to honor ourselves and our truths. We want to honor other people and their truths, and create invitations, being okay with yes or no, or the space to decline or accept our invitations, and being okay either way, and allowing that for ourselves. Having that space inside. Well, geez, I have a space. I can either decline or accept this. Let me go inside, and allowing yourself, if you don't know, give yourself time. Take some time to sit in meditation. Wait till you know an answer. You don't have to be, if someone pushes you for an answer right away, then that's when you maybe just give them a no. If they have to have an answer and you don't know, then it's no. So you can say, well, if you have to know, and I really don't have clarity on that, I'm just going to have to say no, because I don't have clarity. So that's being empowered, because you don't want to be jumping into a decision where you're not clear because you're feeling pressured by somebody. That's manipulation, and you don't want to buy into that, because then you sell out on your truth. And we don't want to be selling out on our truth. We're honoring our truth. We're putting ourselves first in our truth, in our alignment to our heart and our soul, and what the deeper inner wisdom guides us. And take time to make decisions and put yourself first. You are your lover, beloved. You are the one you've been looking for. You are the one that you're with all the time, that never abandons you. And this is your life, and you are the custodian of your own self. And to take responsibility for honoring your truth, and also for practicing and getting quiet to always be connected to what that truth is. And there's sometimes we just don't know, and that's when you kind of wait before you make a decision. Honoring that intuition and honoring ourselves and putting ourselves first without hurting others, but to know that we are here for us. This is our life, staying in our business. The work of Byron Katie, I'm a coach of the work of Byron Katie, and I love the distinction of staying in our own business. That's not my business. There's three kinds of business. There's others, God's, and ours. Staying in ours, even our children, our spouses, our parents, that's not our business. Of course, when you're a parent, you need to make sure you have certain responsibilities, but still there's things if they're upset or that, that's, that's in their world, that's inside of them, and you can be kind to comfort and do what you think you need to do, without selling out of your alignment and being responsible with yourself. But we can't take on others' things because then we abandon ourselves, and we don't want to abandon ourselves. We want to put ourselves first and completely embrace what we are and who we are. And we're here to take care of us and love ourselves. And that a lot of that is by honoring and putting ourselves first. So let's have our 10-minute mindfulness meditation, really meditating on with our single point of focus is putting ourselves first and staying in alignment with our deepest, truest nature and our truth, and honoring that and allowing that and saying yes to this heart, yes to this truth and this alignment, even if it means no to something out here. And to know that if someone is disappointed or they're not, because you're not doing what they want or going to the event that they want, they'll get over it. And if they're not your friend because of that, then that's probably not a friend you want. It doesn't honor your requests because you're not giving them their way. That's not a friendship. That is controlling. So let's close our eyes, feel that beautiful earth supporting our body, and feeling nice and grounded in our own self, our own presence, diving into the heart and bringing that powerful awareness of we are the most important person in the world to us. We are the custodian of our own selves. We stay in our business and live and let live and empower ourselves constantly. We bask in this. We are this most cherished cherished, treasured, and beloved. Put ourselves first and foremost. We don't sell out on ourselves. We always consider what is best for us. And feel that energy of just cherishing and putting yourself first. Feeling that sense of the custodians, the caretakers, the parents of our own self, putting ourselves first. Parents that have children, they prioritize those children before they prioritize all other things and people. They're there to, they are responsible for their children. And feeling that same sense of you're responsible for your own heart, your own beingness. How wonderful a parent can you be? Wonderful and beloved can you be to your own self? Put yourself first and foremost. Honoring and cherishing your own self above all else. You have so much to give those that you love. And we have one more minute. And in this last minute, just really immerse your own self with this sense of importance, this sense of being cherishing yourself and putting your needs on a high priority and honoring that truth as an act of self-love. Get a nice deep breath into your belly, feeling that earth underneath you. Gently and kindly opening your eyes back up here in the present moment, full of self-love, sense of really honoring and prioritizing yourself and as a responsibility to yourself without ever having to forsake others, but we are our primary caregiver, custodian in this life, and making ourselves the best we can possibly be for our own selves. Thank you so much for joining me. I am Grace. Please check out ecstaticyoga.studio for our yoga teacher trainings and retreats, and wishing you a most beautiful and blessed day. Namaste.